on my community tab, and let me scroll this down real quick. On my community tab, I was talking with Conscious Moron. Shout out to Conscious Moron, right? So I'm glad that some people are seeing what I've been saying, right? Finally, somebody is saying, you know, about that move. I see the same people, and this is the irony of it, right? The irony is you got people who are complaining about that TV show Adolescence, right? Adolescence, this mini series where a young man had uh, deleted, killed, took the life of a girl, and it's making headlines all over social media and on traditional media, right? And for years, I've been saying, listen, this red pill MGTOW philosophy is toxic to young men, and when you make young men be radicalized to a point where girls within his age group being seen as the enemy, being seen as the enemy here. I've been saying that for years. And finally somebody went ahead and said it himself. There is a person within the manosphere. Um, some of us know him for over 7 years, and he's probably one of the only few people within the manosphere I actually have respect for. Why? I respect this person because the reason why I respect this person is because he's salient when he talks. He's salient when he speaks. He's salient when he tries. He's not like he's not like some of these idiots online who black women ain't shit, and I'm going to shame, blame, and explain. Man, meet that business. No, no, no. What he does, he's salient. That's what I want. I want people. I want to talk to people who are salient. Y'all might want to look at the term salient. People who are sane, people who have good mannerisms, people who know the subject, and not just try to say, "Oh, women ain't shit," and I'm red pill, and red pill philosophy this, and women lie on me, blah 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 blah. No, But I'm glad somebody made this point, and out of respect for him, because I have respect for this MGTOW per person. I have respect for him. I also got respect for Marcus A. Brown too. I got respect for Marcus A. Brown, even though he's MGTOW himself. I got respect for him too. The rest of y'all I don't, because y'all are not salient. I'm gonna keep on saying that word. Y'all not salient on how y'all talk and how y'all act. Y'all act like crazy clowns. But anyway, back to the point, right? I gotta put this up here. I gotta put this up here for the copyright this disclaimer, because I do respect this person. I respect this YouTuber. Uh, I'm subscribed to him, and he's one of the few manosphere people, uh, I like to sit down and have a conversation with. So there's something that he said with at the 5 minute mark, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you who I'm referring to. So maybe you MGTOW idiots who keep tagging me and talking about you bitch J, you scared of me, blah 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 blah, bitch J, we need you, blah blah. Nah, you need us. Don't tag me when I'm not watching y'all's channels. I'm not even watching your video. Y'all might need to learn a thing about what is harassment, because tagging people over and over and over again is actually harassment. But anyway, y'all gonna be addressed about that too, though. But anyway, here is the person who I'm referring to. All right, here's the person I'm referring to. I'm referring to uh Stardust, or the guy who called himself the Thinking Ape, but we used to know him as Stardust. Stardust says something that I've been saying. The reason why I got a problem with the manosphere, and I got a problem with these idiots within the manosphere, is this. And let me just make myself big, because the same people who are tagging me, that's the reason why I got a problem with y'all. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Now, the 5 minute mark. Give or take 5 minutes. But here's what he said, right? Fair use. Again, let me put this up here. Fair use. Anyway, let me go ahead and play it.
So the reason why you want to find something out is because you've gone through something. So for example, if you have a certain illness, you want to learn more about that illness so you can either deal with it better, cope better, whatever it might be. Same thing here. And so failure often leads to seeking out that knowledge. I've talked about this before, and that's especially true in the mating game. So you have this situation, this conundrum with young guys who, many of them are quote unquote blue pilled, who are unaware of all this stuff. And then you have to ask the question as to whether or not it's a good idea to inform them. Now, there are some people, especially in the manosphere, unfortunately, who are quite the zealots. And I'm personally not a fan of zealotry, if I'm perfectly honest. I think that these are things.
That's the point I'm talking about. Talking about. Finally, somebody from the manosphere had said something. No, that's not no salient, not salient. You know what? Maybe I'm using the wrong word. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. But it starts with an S. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. It sounds like salient, but anyway, that's not the word though. Sanity. It's sane is what I'm talking about. It sounds like salient, but it means salient. Salient. I think salient is the word. Never mind. Let me go ahead and play this. This is what the Thinking Ape just said, right? Is the reason why I'm against the manosphere. Because of you clowns. That shame, blame, and explain, right? SBE, y'all trying to make every woman into y'all's enemy. Then y'all try to say that I'm gonna use this as a case in point. Case in point. Remember that mother who was slapped in the face by this clown, and her son ended this man's life as she was ordering food, and you got a bunch of idiots online. Yes, y'all are idiots. You got a bunch of idiots trying to, where's her husband at? Where's her man at? Where, you know, he's a what's it called? An ED 209. And ED 209 is a reference to RoboCop, by the way. It's a reference to RoboCop. You know, that big old machine that was with the gun tear up as arms trying to, yeah, that's ED 209. So to sit there and try to come after this woman and saying, well, she's a stereotypical black woman who 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 used her son as a uh, as a device because she was ratchet. Now, news came out earlier that she didn't know the man and she did not start at the altercation. And then I was trying to contact her because I want her to sue some of you content creators. Anyway, yeah, I said it. But anyway, let's keep it moving. For making things up. Anyway, let's keep it moving. And y'all think that because a woman has been defend herself, or her son defended his mother, that makes him to a blue pill simp. She's a ratchet black woman. Carlicia Hood is a woman who I'm referring to. Carlicia Hood. This is, yeah. Salient traits are the most noticeable, important opponent features of something. They are the characteristics that leap out at you, making something stand out. These traits are essential for understanding, identifying self. See, a lot of these people don't. You know, let me tell you something, Queen. I see you in the chat room. A lot of these MGTOW, SYSBM guys, these managers, they want to say feminism and hair weave, but they don't want to address the root. Those are symptoms, not the cause. Now I'm going to go at Myron, Myron Games on this because it's something what he said when he was talking to this guy, and this guy who was like 18, 19 years old was about to clean his clock, having that one-on-one debate with him, right? The issue is not that women. The issue is not that women are messing men up. No, the issue is men did not evolve. Men's attitudes as a whole did not evolve. Usually, when there's a industrial revolution of sorts, human advancement, the mindset of men change. Women evolve from 1945. You see, and I'm gonna keep on saying this, right? Women evolve, men did not. How men think since 1945 up till today, boys and men did not really terribly change. Well, the noticeable change. And when I said the change, I'm talking about the expectations and how men outlook, how we are, how we outlook on things. What's up, Dante? Anyway, and I want you to notice to all you clowns who keep tagging me. How come y'all not tagging Sherrod? How come you're not tagging any of these other men who are against the manosphere? Why is that? That's a good question I want to ask. Because you're scared of me. That's what this really about. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
That are nuanced, and the question in particular is nuanced, and you really have to kind of weigh all the options here. This is not a black or white thing. That's the whole point of Better Off Blue. Discerning how you walk that thin blue line is down to you and the individual you're interacting with. I don't think you can offer some kind of axiomatic dictate that states something like all men must be red pilled or black pilled, or take your pick of whatever pill you want to choose there, because this doesn't apply. There's no one shoe size fits all, and there never was.
And that's the problem I have with these manosphere clowns. Oh, if you're not red pill, you must be a blue pill simp. Oh man, you don't like MGTOW? You're a simp. You're the enemy. Oh, you're not SYSBM? Well, you want to go back to the plantation, to the black woman's plantations, to the gynocracy. You hear that dumb idiotic belief. Finally, somebody from the manosphere who is widely respected finally called, and he's not the only one who did this. Okay, he's not the only one. See, Stardust is not the only one who called it out. Doug Titian from from Black Manosphere 1.0 called it out too. Let me say also who also called it out. Who's also called it out was Barbarossa. Barbarossa got back on YouTube for I think the last time I saw him on YouTube was 2019, 2020. And he said, y'all took it too far. Y'all took the red pill and y'all took it too far. And I'm glad though he said that 5 years ago. And a lot of you clowns who keep tagging me, y'all take things too far. And that's why I said y'all need to be stopped. That's why, y'all need to be stopped because, and yes, you can deny y'all's association with Andrew Tate all you want. You can disassociate yourself with Fresh and Fit, Myron. You can sit there and do that and disassociate yourself with Myron all you want. But here's the thing. When I hear you talk and when I hear Myron talk, all y'all do is SBE. Shame, blame, and explain. What y'all mad about is y'all cutting hairs. Okay? Y'all cut hair. Y'all's cutting, y'all cutting y'all no, I ain't cutting hair. Wrong phrase. Y'all splitting hair. Y'all splitting hairs on this. Well, how Big J and Andrew take this and Myron Games that. But both of y'all got disdain for the female, for women in general. How do I know? I listen to y'all talk. It is just as simple as listening to y'all talk, listening to the words that come out your mouth, certain phrases that y'all use. That's how I judge y'all, by the words that come out your mouth. That's how I judge you Negroes, and and among others. Okay, but anyway, let's keep it moving. And that's what I'm saying, Tanya. That's what I'm saying, Tanya. Is see these people who tagging me like JD Miles. Yes, I'm talking to you, JD Miles. I would rather listen to Stardust than you. To the other Negro whose name I ain't gonna mention because he's desperately trying to get my attention. I'd rather listen to Stardust or Barbarossa than you because salient. Okay? actually identifying the root of the problem. See, a lot of y'all don't want to identify the root of the problem. The problem is not women. Women are the symptom. The issue is men since 1945 did not evolve. And when I said evolve, I mean culturally, spiritually, the mindset. Men did not as a whole evolve. Instead of trying to evolve, we trying to pull everybody back to 1945. But I'm gonna talk about that later on. I'm talking about that in a later live stream. That's my problem with the man. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
And there never will be. There are so many zealots out there online, and also a lot of, to be honest, grifters and hucksters, and just people who are just putting out information and all these things. Young guys are inevitably going to stumble upon this stuff regardless. And that's where it becomes really tricky, because if left to their own devices, especially if they're teens or in their early 20s, not fully developed, they're not fully mature, they can only process these ideas up into a point. And all of us remember what it was like to be 17, 18, 19, even 20, when you really thought you had everything figured out, right? You had figured everything out. You got it. You understood everything. At least that's what you thought. And I'm not even talking about understanding gender relations here. I'm talking about broadly about the world. And of course, you get older and you realize you were a fool. The problem is almost all of us go through that phase. And that phase becomes all the more deadly, if you think about it, when, frankly speaking, you're dealing with this type of information and the
Boom.
so-called black pill.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that, JD Miles. That's why I have a problem with you, JD Miles, because you and that nigga who you roll with, who keep tagging me, y'all zealots. Y'all think every woman is y'all's enemy. How? And I'm going by not what you saying. I'm going by how you talking. It's how you speaking. Your delivery. And that's who you SYSBM dudes. We know, y'all a bunch of zealots, and then y'all cheerlead, and then y'all want everybody else to have the same issues that you have. Now go ahead and tag me. I'm not going to watch y'all's videos like you, JD Miles. I ain't watching that video. You want to talk to me, man, you better jump on a panel or hold your peace. Cause I ain't listen to no garble. You calling people retarded and calling people names. I don't got time to hear all that. That's why you're not salient. Maybe JD Miles, if you were salient, I might listen to what you got to say. But I don't got time to listen to insults from you or AJ Scene Red or that Negro who you want my attention so damn bad. I'd rather listen to Jordan Peterson, Stardust, Martin Goldberg, because they identify, oh, the source is not feminism, the source is not women, the source is not the sexual marketplace. The issue is who evolved. Men and women evolved together until 1945. Until certain barriers was breaking down. That's when, because of the increasing of technology, the increase of technology investment, medicine, all of that, the birth control pill, everything from the splitting of the atom, the birth control pill, into the internet, men did not evolve. Women did. Women took her diploma and didn't stop. She took her diploma and went to the next step, whatever the case may be, nursing school, you know, getting a license, all that. Men are not doing that. Boys are how we are socialized is the problem. But y'all try to punk me on YouTube. No, you can't. And let me say this right now. To some of you mandatory clowns, you got a problem with me. I'll dress y'all off YouTube. I ain't gonna dress you on YouTube. I'm gonna dress you off YouTube. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
You see this manifest itself these days in various ways, doom posting, things of that nature. And sometimes I just have to ask the question whether or not it's a good idea for super young people to become obsessed with these ideas. And this is where I think the intervention is potentially important, because if left to their own devices, they're getting this information unfiltered, and the lack of filter is actually not helping. So here's what I think. In the cases, young men have already begun to expose themselves to certain types of these ideas, and they've sort of run away with it, then I think some course correction is in order. Because again, speaking of zealotry, there's no one more zealous than a young person with a particular ideology or set of beliefs that is unwilling to test those beliefs against reality, and also in part due to the lack of experience cannot do that. They cannot test these beliefs in accordance with the reality. Which is not to say that these ideas are incorrect. I freely admit I'm pretty black-pilled because I think the black pill corresponds largely to human existence. However, I just think that there is nuance there, and the filter or the lack thereof that currently exists and the pipeline that reaches young men is not great.
Shout out to Stardust. All right. Shout out to the Thinking Ape. Right. Oh my God. Now look who's in. Look. Look. Don't tell me Morpheus is in the chat. He's in the comment section. Long time. I ain't seen him in five years. Right. This is what I'm talking about. That black pill, red pill nonsense, and y'all want younger people to be just as miserable as y'all. Now that black pill, the black pill is not everybody should be black pill. Okay? But y'all want everybody else to be black pill. In order to be black pill, right, you got to go to a dark, deep, depressed state. You so red pill that it turned black. Okay? You so red pill that it turns black. Red on red on red, red on red on red turns black, right? It's so dark that it turns black. So you got to go to a deep, dark place to be in that dark pill, that be in the black pill. But y'all want everybody else to have the same ideas that you have. That's my problem with MGTOW. Not every woman is y'all's enemy. That's your problem with SYSBM. Not every black woman is your enemy. Some of them don't even care. You passport bros. Women don't care about you going overseas. That's my problem with y'all. That's why y'all tagging me harass me with them tags. And YouTube needs to put a limit on how many tags a person can do on a daily basis, because somebody needs to tell JD Miles, nigga, how many times you gonna tag somebody? I just got tagged all night and I've been at work. That's harassment, nigga. That's really harassment. That's borderline harassment at this point. And you've been doing this since October. There's something wrong with you. It's called loneliness. You might want to check that out. And I ain't just talking to him, I'm talking to all of y'all. Because y'all do the same shit. Y'all don't know when to stop. But when I come after y'all, y'all begging me, oh, you do. No. I'm like a junkyard dog. But like I said, the Thinking Ape, aka Stardust, he's talking about what I've been saying. Y'all's problems should stop with y'all. Y'all's issues with women should only stop where you at. Because an 18-year-old girl, a Gen Z girl, is not the 38-year-old woman who is a millennial. She's not the 58-year-old, baby boomer, the 68-year-old baby boomer, or the 88-year-old silent generation. No, you need to stop where don't pass y'all's anger about female fuckery onto this 18-year-old girl, because you're telling the young man, because a bunch of y'all are zealots, like I'm using his word, zealots, or shame, blame, and explain. Y'all using shame, blame, and explain to demonize, to tell young men it's okay to view the 18-year-old boy, to say that this 17, 18-year-old girl is his enemy. That's why I said y'all need to be stopped. I've been saying that. If y'all got a problem with what I said, and I know y'all not going to hit the link though. I know y'all ain't going to hit the link, because we know though y'all like to, now it's a time for y'all to speak. Now it's a time to speak. Otherwise, we on topic. We on topic today. Y'all wasn't on topic the last time when y'all was trying to jump on my panel. Now we on topic now, since y'all got so much to say. It's right here. Now, I know you're not going to hit the link. But anyway, let me just stop right here, because it needs to be said. Why should a 15-year-old girl to be seen as a future Rio 4, a future hair hat hooligan, a future Strag and Daggle, and so forth? No, it needs to end right there. It needs to end with you. Don't pass that ideology off on to the next generation, because that next generation don't got those same problems as you. Now, I hope I'm clear in what I just said. I hope I'm very, very clear on why I have a problem. Well, I got to say it. I got to say it. Shane, you know, you know, no, you gotta be at a certain age, to stop with the red pill raging. If you're over the age of 35, why are you red pill raging for? See, now is the time to speak. You see, now is the time to talk. See what I'm saying? Now is the time to talk. Now is the time for you, AJ C Red, to hit the panel. Now is the time for you, the MGTOW dude whose name I ain't gonna mention. Now it's the time for you to hit the panel. Because now we're talking about roses. This is a rose conversation. We're talking about roses now. I'm on the topic of grapes. So bring your grapes discussions with me now. Or is it because y'all jump on my panel trying to create a narrative? But like I said, Stardust is right about this overzealous, um, these overzealous guys who so zealous about, you know, the issue is because of the lot of the events uh that started it from 1945. You cannot go back to. It's too late now. It's too late to turn back the clock. You know, unlike y'all, you know, unlike y'all, I get to experience uh no, no, I ain't gonna say it like that because y'all might twist that around and try to no, y'all can't cope with y'all cannot cope with rejection. And when I say rejection, understand I'm not just talking about man and woman relations. See, a lot of y'all don't know what real rejection is. Y'all don't want to know what real rejection is really like. See, some of y'all live in the same community that look like you. All right? I'm gonna say it again. A lot of you, I'm talking to the black men now, right? Y'all don't know what real rejection is. Because I guarantee, right? Somebody was trying to talk to you. And I'm not just talking about sex and relationships. I'm talking about in the active community, right? Y'all got rejected by that community. But at the same time, I bet you there was somebody that was trying to talk to you. Unlike y'all, see, that's why I don't mind being unpopular. That's the difference between me and y'all. I don't want to be a part of a clique unless I'm leading the motherfucker. Otherwise, I don't want to be a part of nobody's team and clique. And with that, us and we. You see, the thing is, I live a solitary, not solitary. What's the solitary lifestyle, right? So I'm pretty much am alone, and I remember growing up, I'm always the only black kid there. I'm usually, with some exceptions, the only black kid there. So what I'm saying is, y'all don't know shit about rejection. Y'all don't understand what true rejection is. And I know this is a sidebar. I'm making it. I know this should not. I know that this is not a major point of this live stream, but this is a sidebar, right? This had to be a sidebar. That's why y'all can't cope with loneliness. Y'all never was taught to cope and deal with your loneliness. See, I don't need other men online. I don't need to jump on a panel with other men saying, "Oh, I'm my MGTOW brothers," or or the gynocracy. I live a solitary lifestyle, and and I've been conditioned. Ask any Hispanic or black or Asian kid in a white school; they'll tell you the same thing. And when I said that, I'm not talking about oh man, you've been mistreated by white kids. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is certain instances you're gonna be by yourself. That's what my childhood taught me. You're gonna be by yourself, and you better have some fucking heart. But a lot of y'all don't have heart. That's why y'all come online. See, if it wasn't for the internet, right? Some of y'all would be in prison. Some of y'all would have swallowed a bullet. How some of y'all talking, how y'all trying to find camaraderie with strange people from across the globe over over not over the the over politics or over some political any meaningful uh device. Y'all find camaraderie with other men based upon y'all's pain caused or perceived to be caused by a woman. That's where y'all find y'all's camaraderie from. Outside of that, y'all wouldn't allow y'all's mama, your sister, your daughter date any of these niggas, any of these manosphere, SYSBM, MGTOW, Negroes who y'all on panels with. Y'all wouldn't allow. You know why? Because you know these niggas on these panels are no good, and your ass is no good. That's right. They're trauma bonding. They over here trying to trauma bond. You know, uh, I don't believe though I am a leader. I'm not one. You know, if I was one, Anger Man wouldn't have a channel. Okay. Yeah, Anger Man would be on YouTube right now. It would be me, or it would be me and Matt, me and Anger Man been battling out. Now, if I was a leader, quote unquote, Mad Head Doctor was wouldn't be would have his channel taken down by now, because I'll have my goons to do it, but I don't got no goons. So saying Big J's a leader, no, I'm not. You know, you know, I ain't no leader. I'm a thinker. Not I ain't no leader though. You know, I never even you know see myself as that. You know, say that the Big J. Hold on. So some little white boy said he a monkey in a tree and saying Vietnam, and then say he was imitating somebody and looked like at my daughter. Hold on. Oh, okay. She must be behind, because she must be talking about do these men would ask, what these men on these panels do, to ask these men on these manosphere MGTOW panels, would they date, would they allow them to date their sisters, their mother, and their daughters. I think though she referring to that. You know, I'm just saying. You know, they're not good. They're not good enough. See, here's the thing. So you can't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm manosphere and I'm SYSB, save yourself, black man," and then y'all's only camaraderie is y'all's problems, y'all's misogyny, whether the case, or y'all fear of women, or the combination thereof. You know, but y'all don't get it. So if see, that's the question I want to ask. Would you allow them niggas on y'all's panel date your daughter, your sister, or your mama? I want to see somebody ask that question. I want to see somebody ask that question though. I really want to know what the answer is, because the thing is, you can't sit there and say you're MGTOW and I'm MGTOW because my wife left me and had me saddled with alimony and child support, right? yeah, your wife might have left you and done you wrong. But what about the other guys who had that same story, but he's not telling you the full story about himself? Oh, I'm MGTOW. So am I. I'm MGTOW. So am I. Why are you MGTOW? Question never been asked that. Y'all never ask yourselves why. Y'all never ask yourself why you SYSBM. And I know what y'all gonna say. Well, we're trying to come in with other men and try to warn the next generation. No, let the next generation be. Leave them alone. Leave the next generation alone. It's already bad out here. Okay, it's already bad out here. Let me see what's in the chat room. Mr. Fantastic, like a personified shiny blister. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Queen. I know you ask, Queen, but I want men to ask these questions because because the energy, because I want to see the reaction from another man. Hey, would would you date this man? Would you allow any of these men on your panels or in your comment section? Talk 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 to your to your mama. Would they be polite? See, AJ ain't seen red will never will be polite. You know. Oh, let me say something about AJ. AJ ain't seen red. You got all this nerve to make a video about me, but when BJ's dog walk you the other day, and I'm gonna find that video when BJ's dog walk you on that panel. Where was the smoke for where was the smoke for BGS, AJ? Because I know, man, you watch it. Where was smoke at? Where was all that smoke? Because BGS clowned you. He got his people laughing at you, snickering. But your problem is this stuttering idiot, the stutterbox Stanley. How you like to refer to me as stuttering Stanley? Keep calling me stuttering Stanley and shit. Now I'm looking at you like, bro, you got all the energy for Big J, right? You got none for BGS, and BGS dog walk dog walk your ass for about 8 minutes on his live stream. Shit, I'm tired, y'all. You know, yeah, I'm tired. But yeah, this I want y'all think about what I said and do it in the comment section. Don't do it by tagging me because I'm not going to pay attention what y'all got to say anymore. And as for you, AJ, I want you to understand: do not make no threat of flagging. Don't you lie and said I flag you, nigga. I'm talking to AJ Seen Red. Don't sit there and get on your live stream and said, "Oh, Big J flag my video." Well, let me help y'all, AJ. And I want this get back to AJ. AJ, if I really want to flag you, why would I start with a video? Hmm. Why would I do it with one video? And I don't even know what the video was anyway. But if I really want to flag you, I'll take your channel, nigga. Fuck a video. I'll report the entire channel of yours. So for you to sit there and lie and said I flag you, bitch ass nigga, shut up. I got nothing to do with that. Knowing that YouTube, and in fact, nigga, I'll prove it that I didn't flag you. Because if you go on creator, what's it called? That whole creator content section, and look at the past videos you had flagged, it'll show you what videos what videos was flagged and who, and it see. Oh, never mind. He's back. Anyway, man, he sure come. Oh, that's right. Never mind. But yeah, AJ. If I really want to flag you, nigga, I'll take your channel. So stop lying and saying I did this, I did that, nigga. I did not. Lying ass nigga. You better form yourself a better narrative. And I'm not gonna let it go, because I told you. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm not gonna let it go until I see red. Okay? You call yourself AJ ain't seeing red. No, I am not gonna let shit go with you niggas until I see red. Red dripping. Okay? Because you don't know how to act, and somebody gonna have to teach you at some point. And since because my channel is linked to a business, I'm talking about Cash App. Understand, if you try to flag me, nigga, I'll sue your ass. And I'm not playing with you, nigga. I'm talking to AJ ain't seen red. I'll sue your ass. I'll put y'all on the street. So don't even try to make that threat. But anyway, I said enough. Y'all be easy. Yes, go back and play that back to AJ ain't seen red then. Since so he got a fucking nerve to talk shit in my chat room. And Wacky World, shut the fuck up too. Oh, Big J's a loser. Big J's a loser. Yeah, I am a loser. Yeah, I am. Yeah, but at least I didn't sell drugs though. At least I didn't get locked up in prison. At least I didn't have to pay child support. At least though, man, there ain't no newspaper article about, oh man, I got, you know I got clean slate law. The government gave me a clean slate because I couldn't get a job because I went to prison for selling dope. Yeah, but I'm the loser, right? But you over here defending your homeboy. Your homeboy has been a loser. He's the one selling drugs. I never have. But yeah, Big J's a loser. Yeah, Big J's a loser. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, Big J's a loser. But your friend over there was selling drugs to the community. He's selling drugs, but yet he blaming black women for the downfall of black society. Him being a black man selling drugs. See, stop it. You're a black man who sell drugs. Well, how can you, with a straight face, tell everybody that black women are the problem, but you the one selling drugs? You got to explain that part. But you came from, but yet you claim you came from you claim that you came from a two-parent household, but then you did yet though you want to judge every man who doesn't have a daddy in his house, and you did the most egregious shit. Now, let me see what Angelica said. Let me scroll up. Big J, I know you like to argue with these fools over there, but I do still stand on you doing it differently. Well, Angelica, that's why 2026, Angelica. That's all I'm going to tell you because, like I said, if I'm going to fight these niggas, it won't be on YouTube, because I already jumped off the cliff, and it's a long ass drop, and I'm gonna land right on Anger Man's head, and I hope I take Anger Man down as well. You know, especially Anger Man. I take his ass out. That's it. That's all. I mean, yeah, I already jumped off that cliff, and I hope I landed right on Anger Man's head. Said doing it differently. Angelica. I gotta ask a question then, Angelica's, because since you're here, right? How do you want me to do it differently? Because none of these Negroes, these clowns, deserve to be talked to nicely. I try to be diplomatic with them. One nigga who's tagging me, he's jumping involved because his homeboy because he knows I'm ignoring his homeboy. And he doesn't even know why I'm not want to pay attention to homeboy. Angelica, if like you got my email, right, just go ahead and email me. I wouldn't say those things publicly. I would tell you. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, email me, because I think that we. Yeah, go ahead and email me, and I'll consider your advice. All right, I'll consider your advice, because I believe somebody got to start, being forceful with them, and the thing is, they get away with shit, you know. And that's what I don't like. They get away with shit and they run and they hide behind somebody else, you know. Angelica, I went to your YouTube channel, and I sent you the email. I got your email off your YouTube channel. So do you have so do you have an alternate email? Oh, wait a minute. Since I talked about email, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. Where is that at? Where is that at? Since I talked about email here. Um all right then. I'll go ahead and email you again, Angelica, and yeah, yeah, you know. Oh, and let me say this too, oh girl. Before you call somebody Roseanne Barr, understand your ass is light skinned, and and your hands look like Roseanne Barr, okay? You're fat like Roseanne Barr. Before you call no anybody else Roseanne over there on AJ's channel, and I'm dressing you red. I'm dressing you red. I'm dressing you straight up right now, cause I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm saying your fucking name. Let me tell you something, sexy red, straight up. For you call somebody Roseanne Barr, you built like Roseanne Barr. Shut the fuck up. You big loaded ass, big back loaded ass. You better sit your ass down somewhere, and I ain't apologizing for a goddamn thing. You better shut the fuck up. Tell you that right now. You better shut all the way the fuck up. I'm gonna call somebody Roseanne. You better shut all the way the fuck up. You gonna call somebody on my channel Roseanne. See, the thing is, I'm talking about your ass, Red. You talking about you got that from Warren and Danini. See, the thing is with you, Red, I'm gonna dress you straight up. I'm gonna dress you straight up. I'm gonna dress you straight up because I'm loyal to that person, right? See, loyalty is currency to me, right? There's not one honest bone in your body. There's not one loyalty bone in your goddamn body. Not one. All you do is play sides. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, you love Brownsville." You go on YouTube talking about rim bros, no good suckers, right, Red? Right, sexy Red, and sexy Red. Like I said, listen, sexy Red, listen. Now is the time to hit the link. Now we can have this discussion now. Because no longer I'm talking about cedar trees. Now I'm talking about roses now. So bring your rosing ass up over here now. Because we know you're waiting for Sherrod to start his live stream in 10 minutes. Right? So let's have an understanding here. Right? Let's have an understanding. So you like Brownsville. You like Brownsville and Sharon, right? Oh, I like Sharon. He go after these rim bros, these no good suckers. Okay, rim bros. But yesterday you was on AJ and seen Red's platform, and then you were cheering on AJ and seeing Red inside his chat room when he's trying to come after me. Explain that one, sexy Red. Isn't AJ seeing Red a rim bro, a no good sucker? Isn't he that? How hypocritical your ass is. I'm laughing at that shit. That shit funny to me. Oh, I like Brownsville. So, you know what? I'm gonna think on this. If Brownsville or Sharon, right, showed up on, or let's say that AJ, y'all invite AJ to on Sharon's panel, and AJ does his red pill bullshit. I want to know what side are you going to pick at this point, sexy Red. I want to know, sexy Red, because I'm saying your name now because I'm talking, because I'm getting really tired of your stupid ass. So, sexy Red, Whose side are you going to pick at this point? AJ Seeing Red, who you was ass kissing on his panel yesterday, or Brownsville and Sharon? In fact, I tell you what, why won't you invite Brownsville onto AJ Seeing Red's channel? Or invite AJ Seeing Red to be on Sharon's channel. And let's see how this works. I want to see this. I really want to see how this would happen. And then when they blow up and they start arguing and making threats to each other, I want to know which side are you going to pick, Miss Sexy Red? Which side are you going to pick at this point? Because you kept on talking about Ram Bro, no good sucker. Explain that. I want somebody to tell Sexy Red to explain which side she's on this red pill shit. So don't tell me you're against the red pill, but then you support a red pill with a bitch, with a punk nigga named AJ Seeing Red. Now explain it. And Soul Provider, because I know that you're listening, Soul Provider, why won't you clip what I just said and play it on your channel so it can magnify so it can magnify the message? Since you want to be a messy ass nigga, Soul Provider, clip that. Okay? I want you to clip what I just said and play it on your channel. Let's have Brownsville versus AJ Seeing Red. I want to see it. I want to see it now. I want to see this. Invite AJ on Sharon. I want to see this shit. Or invite Brownsville to get on AJ Seeing Red's channel. Because I want to see it. And I want to see your reaction. You know, better yet. I want you on the panel when those two men interact. I want to see it, Sexy Red. Make it happen. Make it happen. Yes, make it happen, baby. Make it happen. Let's see what side you're really on. Because I do know you're full of shit. It's going to prove whether you're an honest woman or that you just a daggle. Are you an honest woman or are you a daggle? I want you to take a pick. It's going to prove about you. Oh, it's going to rain. It's going to rain on your birthday. Girl, I'm going to tell you something. I got some dollar bills. I like to. Oh, no, let me shut up. I'm about to say something. Out of pocket, y'all. I'm about to say, I'll make it rain on you, but I'm going to leave that alone. I'm trying to be focused. Focus, Jay. Focus. I thought I was going to go tubing again, but they canceled my reservation. You know, I know a good spot to go tubing though. I know a good spot to go tubing, Angelica. There's a place in San Marcos, right, to go tubing at. The Guadalupe River, nice place to go tubing in. I used to do that. I think I was with my, hold on. When was this? I was like 15 and shit. I had a blast though. Doing that shit. Go tubing on the river and shit. Oh man, I loved it. You know. But now though, like they fucked it up because everybody leaving beer cans and shit. You know, them floating ass coolers. Yeah, everybody having coolers and they had to float down the river with them with beer and shit. Yeah, that kind of fucked up the experience though, because beer cans all over the place at this point. But back then, it was nice and clean though. You know, that's part of the reason why though I stopped doing it. But yeah, I like to get me a tube, go down the river and shit. You start there in San Marcos, or you start there in Austin, and then you go down and shit. Oh man, love it, love it. You know, love that shit. Anyway, oh, I have a mash net for all my recyclables when I go. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Waterproof speaker and all. Oh, okay, okay. You are very prepared. Okay, you are very prepared. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. They cleaned it up though. They cleaned it up the last few years. They used to do kayak racing. They use kayak racing. Now you go from the mouth of the river and you go to the mouth. You go into the Gulf of Mexico or some old shit. They do kayak races. Yeah, the hill country. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's close to the hill country. Yeah. Well, Hayes County is the hill country. So yeah, I love it though over there. I love it over there. You know, it's very expensive, but I love it. You know, yeah, yeah. The hill country expensive. Shit. You surrounded by with Austin and shit. You know, very lovely. The cedar trees and shit. That's if you go on the east side and the northeast side and shit. You know, the south side got that all that the oak trees and shit. Yeah, but but back then though, it was just trash up in that river though. You can't even go to tubing and shit. It was a spot for the college kids and shit. Yeah. So anyway, I said enough. But anyway, since Sexy Red want to talk shit in AJ's Senior Red's comment section, chat room, I want to know what side you're on, Sexy Red. I want to know what side of y'all is AJ Senior Red. Is he a no good sucker, or or you're a fan of Brownsville? That's something that needs to be asked. Anyway, yeah, college kids will fuck some shit up. Well, actually, it's not really college kids. It's really the fucking ass old ass niggas though. The old ass people. These Gen Xers coming in there. Yoo-hoo, 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds be over in there and fucked up the whole good thing up. At least the college kids, okay, yeah, I said, yeah, the college kids, okay, fine, but these older heads, they be over there drinking and shit and leaving the shit behind. Some of these people are in their fifties doing that shit. Yeah, right, right, right. But anyway, I over talked my bounds because I was going to say I blended two videos into one with this live stream, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time. And Angelica, I'm gonna email you. I'm getting get your email real quick. because I'm interested what you really want to tell me, right? Because I swore I had emailed you. Anyway, let me get on all out of here. Thank y'all for coming this morning. Oh, and I'm going to griff, right? I'm going to griff my ass off real quick. So here we go. Right there. Yes, here we go. You know, yeah. Hold on. She said, I grew up in the redneck river era, so my outlook, yeah. Email me before you go to bed. Yeah, I will. I will. Just yeah. I'm gonna get on my YouTube and click on your name. I'm gonna get on my YouTube, click on your name, and try to email you again. And I'll see you next time. I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Happy Friday. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.